Stop wasting your family's precious garden space on cheap radishes and watery lettuce. The modern grocery system has conditioned us to think of our backyards as simple hobby plots for 50-cent vegetables. But century after century, global empires literally remapped the world, built massive armadas, and engaged in fierce monopolies just to control a handful of high-value botanical treasures. They called it green gold. Today, you are paying a massive premium for heavily processed, stale remnants of these plants. Inflation is quietly draining your wallet every time you walk down the spice aisle. Our ancestors knew how to cultivate real wealth from the dirt, a survival skill the modern world forgot on purpose. I am going to show you 7 forgotten plants that made empires rich. Now you can grow them at home. The financial return on the 3rd plant alone will fundamentally change how you view your soil. And the 7th plant is a complete rule breaker that perfectly survives freezing winter storms to produce the most expensive harvest on Earth. Let us reclaim our independence. Let us get wealthy in the garden. You have likely never tasted the real thing. The modern food industry relies heavily on industrial shortcuts, feeding you synthetic imitations made from wood pulp and petrochemicals, all while slapping a picturesque flower on the label. Real vanilla is the 2nd most expensive spice on Earth, and you are currently paying the price of a luxury vehicle per pound just to bake a cake with genuine flavor. Long before massive shipping conglomerates took over, the Totonac people of ancient Mexico held the absolute monopoly on this climbing orchid. They guarded the secret of its cultivation with their lives, treating the vines as sacred gifts from the heavens. When European explorers finally encountered this intoxicating aroma, it sparked a global frenzy, a fierce rivalry among empires desperate to control the delicate pods. Spanish galleons crossed perilous oceans, their wooden holds filled with immense fortunes of this dark, wrinkled treasure. They quickly learned that stealing the plant was not enough. Without the native bees, the orchids refused to yield their wealth. The ancient logic of this plant is a marvel of biological engineering. It does not rely on deep taproots. Instead, it throws out thick, searching aerial roots that pull moisture and raw minerals directly from the humid air. It thrives beautifully in the filtered light of an indoor sunroom or a simple greenhouse, mimicking the jungle canopy. When the orchid blooms, it offers a single morning window where you become the pollinator, initiating the creation of the pod. The financial math is undeniable. A single, high-quality, authentic vanilla bean can easily demand $20 at a specialty market. A single healthy vine, trained up a simple indoor trellis, can produce dozens of beans year after year, giving you an inflation-proof supply of culinary wealth right in your living room. As profitable as that is, it pales in comparison to the forgotten tree bark I'm about to show you. What sits in your pantry right now is likely an imposter. The rigid, spicy bark sold in supermarkets is almost always cassia, a cheap, mass-produced substitute that dominates the fragile modern supply chain. You are paying a premium for a systemic flaw, missing out entirely on the delicate, complex sweetness of true Ceylon cinnamon. 500 years ago, this very bark drove the entire age of discovery. Portuguese navigators risked the brutal unknown, sailing past the edges of the map to find the secret forests of the East. Native harvesters possessed an ancestral mastery, carefully peeling the inner bark of specific trees during the heavy rains when the wood surrendered its prize. The resulting spice was so valuable, it was used as diplomatic currency, traded to pay royal ransoms and secure historic treaties. Entire fleets were built, and fierce, multi-generational monopolies were established by trading companies, all to maintain an iron grip on a simple, fragrant tree native to a few isolated islands. The biological genius of Cinnamomum verum lies in its regenerative intercambium layer. When grown in a large pot on a sunny patio, this tropical tree responds beautifully to ancient pruning techniques. By cutting it back, you force it to send up fresh, vigorous shoots. The tree acts as a botanical pump, drawing heavy soil minerals upward and transforming them into volatile essential oils trapped securely beneath the thin outer bark. The return on your time is staggering. True cinnamon commands exorbitant prices per ounce, yet a single potted bush can live for decades, providing your family with fresh, sweet quills year after year. It is a living, breathing investment that bypasses the grocery store entirely. But even this legendary bark steps aside for the shadow-dwelling giant waiting at number 3. The pods you buy at the store are ghosts of their former selves. Harvesting, drying, and shipping them across the globe strips away the potent oils, leaving you with a stale, faded echo of what this spice should truly be. The modern monopoly on processing charges you an absolute fortune for dust. In the ancient world, brave merchants carved legendary trade routes through treacherous, windswept mountains just to transport these small, green capsules. The ancient Greeks and Romans prized them above all other botanicals, using them for high-end perfumes, digestive tonics, and as symbols of extreme wealth. Powerful merchants of the East traded them like solid, physical gold. The exact geographical locations of the cardamom forests were closely guarded, multi-generational secrets. Hidden, misty valleys where the towering stalks swayed in the deep shade. This magnificent plant operates on a brilliant survival strategy. As a close relative to ginger, it avoids the scorching sun, preferring the cool, protective shadows of your garden or home. It builds a massive, horizontal underground rhizome system that aggressively hoards nutrients, channeling all that earthly energy into producing delicate flowers at the base of the plant. Those flowers swell into the precious pods, packed with microscopic oil glands. Financially, cardamom is an absolute powerhouse. It routinely ranks as the third most expensive spice on the planet, often exceeding $40 a pound for high-grade pods. A single mature clump expanding quietly in a shaded corner will yield a bounty of intense, aromatic pods that no store-bought jar can ever match. But as impressive as that shade-loving giant is, it only sets the stage for what comes next. Prepare yourself, because after this short break, I am going to reveal an ancient underground golden alliance that completely breaks modern agricultural rules. The modern grocery cartel is still overcharging you for imported, shriveled roots that lack the fiery vigor of the earth. Store-bought ginger and turmeric sit in cold storage for months, sprayed with synthetic growth inhibitors to prevent them from sprouting. It is a lifeless imitation of true vitality, a deliberate way to keep you buying instead of growing. For thousands of years, these golden roots fueled the stamina of ancient navigators and Silk Road caravans. Monks and merchants carried them across vast, punishing deserts, valuing them as essential provisions for long, grueling journeys. They were considered fortifying botanical treasures, essential to the strength and resilience of early dominant civilizations. The biology of these rhizomes is pure ancient logic. They act as subterranean storage vaults, pulling rare trace minerals deep from the soil and locking them inside thick, fleshy fingers. When planted in a simple, dark grow bag on a sunny porch, they multiply aggressively, feeding off the summer heat to build complex, protective phytochemicals. The financial math of this operation is brutal and beautiful. A single organic root fragment costing $2 can yield over 5 pounds of fresh, vibrant rhizomes in a single season. At current premium market prices, that is a massive return on investment, completely bypassing the fragile supply chain. Yet, even these golden roots sit below the everyday spice you currently take for granted. You grind it every single day, yet you have likely never questioned why it tastes like dusty ashes. Mass-produced black pepper is harvested entirely too early, flash-dried in massive industrial ovens, and stripped of its potent essential oils. This was the original king of spices, the very reason massive European armadas sailed blindly into the unknown. When Rome fell, the conquerors demanded ransoms paid entirely in black peppercorns. It was a tangible, heavy currency, accepted across continents, building immense family fortunes that lasted for generations. This vigorous climbing vine possesses an incredible mechanism of botanical survival. It uses clinging aerial roots to scale tree trunks, reaching for the canopy while drawing intense spicy elements into its cascading strings of green berries. It thrives beautifully when trained along a simple living room trellis or a sheltered, sunny patio. And while this tropical vine needs the warmth of your home, do not forget, the ultimate winter-defying rule breaker is still waiting at number 7, ready to turn freezing snow into pure gold. Real farm-fresh peppercorns command high prices per ounce at specialty markets. A single mature vine will produce hundreds of peppercorn spikes annually, giving you an endless, inflation-proof supply of the world's most traded spice for decades. Most modern gardeners plant cilantro, watch it bolt into the summer heat, and throw it away in pure frustration. They are unknowingly discarding a historic treasure right into the compost bin. This dual-purpose marvel fueled the earliest known spice trade routes across the ancient world. Seeds of this exact plant were discovered deep inside the forgotten tombs of pharaohs, placed there to ensure a wealthy, prosperous journey into the great beyond. It was a cornerstone of early pioneer homesteads, prized because it offered two completely different, high-value harvests from a single, resilient seed. The science of this plant is a masterclass in rapid adaptation. When the brutal summer heat strikes, it brilliantly shifts its energy from producing leafy greens to sending up delicate, lace-like white flowers. These flowers draw vital native pollinators before transforming into perfectly round, aromatic seeds, locking the bright, citrusy oils securely inside a hard, protective shell. A 50-cent packet of seeds will yield an abundant harvest of fresh leaves, followed by a massive yield of premium coriander seeds. Ground fresh in your kitchen, these seeds rival exotic spices that easily sell for $20 a jar at high-end grocers. This brings us to the absolute pinnacle of botanical wealth, the undisputed champion of the garden. The modern system wants you entirely dependent on synthetic food dyes and cheap laboratory-made flavorings. They do this because the real version of this majestic plant is reserved almost exclusively for the ultra-wealthy. For millennia, this delicate autumn flower has commanded the respect of emperors, queens, and kings across the globe. It was painstakingly woven into royal garments, used to anoint ancient stone altars, and transported under the watchful eye of heavily armed escorts. It is the ultimate symbol of defiant independence against cheap, industrialized agriculture. This is the saffron crocus, and it completely shatters the rigid rules of modern gardening. While other plants wither and die as the frost approaches, this incredible bulb sleeps silently through the scorching summer. It waits patiently for the bitter cold. As autumn leaves fall and the harsh chill sets in, it pushes up through poor, rocky soil to produce stunning purple flowers, each holding 3 crimson threads of pure red gold. It requires almost zero watering and multiplies naturally beneath the freezing snow, thriving in conditions that would destroy weaker plants. The brutal math here is absolutely staggering. Saffron is currently the most expensive spice in the entire world. It routinely sells for over $5,000 a pound, a price heavier than actual silver and gold. A tiny, forgotten suburban garden bed can yield hundreds of dollars worth of premium saffron threads year after year. Harvesting these threads by hand connects you directly to the ancient harvesters of the past. This is not just about saving a few dollars at the checkout lane. This is a fundamental, secret paradigm shift of the wealthy homesteader. The truly independent family does not just hoard canned goods in a dark basement. They build a living, breathing pantry right into the earth, an asset that grows in value while the rest of the world panics. By planting these 7 high-value crops, you are establishing an ancestral grid of resilience across your property. You are stepping completely out of a fragile system that relies on broken supply lines and corporate greed. Inflation cannot touch what grows freely in your soil. Market crashes cannot diminish the value of a mature spice vine climbing in your living room. You are securing your family's flavor, comfort, and tangible wealth, relying on the exact same ancient logic that built the greatest civilizations on Earth. This is your family's fortress. Which of these 7 plants are you going to physically plant in your dirt this weekend? Are you hunting for the vanilla vine or planting the winter-proof saffron bulbs? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. But building a resilient home does not stop at the garden bed. If you want to completely bulletproof your property against the fragile modern system, click the video on your screen right now. I reveal the forgotten pioneer skills that will secure your home for generations. Click the video on your screen right now, and I will see you there.